I just wanted to show you a quick trick, and it's with a little WordPress tool called postgopher, and you may already have it, but if you don't, I want you to pay attention to this video. And the reason is, this is an easy way to do a lead capture if you've got some interesting articles on your blog that people want to read later. And with the news traffic magnets that I've showed you how to make, it makes it real easy to do this with your traffic magnets. And I'm going to give you an example here. This is one of my new traffic magnets. I haven't even put advertisement on here. But if you go into any of these articles, like, well, let's go into this one here. Nice little image, featured image, and it comes down here. And let's say you just don't have time to read it, but you'd like to come back to it. Well, you just click there, and you could type your name in here, put your email, and then you would just click yes, send to me. Now, I've already done this, so I'm going to go over and show you what it looks like here. Is team travel. You're going to get an email from your WordPress site. So the person wanting this article is going to get an email, and it's going to say you requested this download of a PDF. Click here to download your PDF. And the cool thing, it builds it on the fly. So if they come back 3 months later and checking emails, it's going to give them the current version of that post. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it with Adobe Acrobat to show you. Now, this is just a simple PDF, but it does a little bit of cool little linking, and I want to show you. Read online, they can click here and go back to the post, which that's important. 12 best hotels near Big Bend. Okay, this was one I did earlier on Big Bend National Park. And it doesn't bring in the pictures all the time. And on these news traffic magnets, a lot of times you won't see the pictures. But it gives you back the original, where the original post came from, and it copies all the links over. So this is just a good little PDF to refer back to the article itself. So they can have it on their computer, and then they can have the links in there also. So this was one example here. And let me show you, I've got some other examples that I did. Here's a case study, owning page 1 of Google. Now this is on my VidPenguin site. So let me show you, there's a download in there. There's a YouTube video. Let's say they want to come back later and watch it. And so instead of bookmarking this and trying to remember what they were trying to do, I'm going to put it in their email. And all they had to do was click here, give us their name and email, and it gets put into your autoresponder series or just in a list. Click here to download your PDF. Okay, and I had a timer of 2 hours. So here's the cool thing, is if the email is over 2 hours old and they haven't downloaded it, it takes them back to the original website, which is a great thing because you get to serve up your ads to them. They get to see it live on your website. And if they did want to download it, then they could just click here again and type in their name and their email. So this is a really neat feature, and especially if you're using the news traffic magnets, because guys, they spend a lot of money on let me see if I can bring this back up here. The journalists and the articles and the news writers that we've taken their copy and put it in ours, and we've properly credited back. The post was originally published here on this other site. They've done a lot of time, put a lot of time and effort into writing some really good articles here. So let's see what this looks like. I want to go down to the bottom, and I just want to save that article. See if it will come over. Okay, I just got the email, and let's see what it looks like. And I'll open it with Adobe Acrobat. And there we go. Now what I did was I actually put my own text in here instead of using the articles text, because sometimes they don't do a very good meta tag with it. But it brought the image over, and it really expanded the image here. So sometimes you're going to get the images coming over and sometimes you're not. But it does give all the links, and it does have all the original articles. So if you're using pretty links or you're using any content linking in there, textual linking, it's going to come across also. So this is just one more way to do a lead capture that it's really not, they're not signing up for a list. All they're signing up is to download, and you can email them at a later point. The other thing too is if you have Connect Audience through the Connectio group, you can build a retarget list with that audience member. So I like it. This is a really neat deal, and I'm going to quickly go in and just show you. Here's what it looks like inside, and let's go into one of these. I'm inside VidPenguin, and so what you'll have is you'll have postgopher, and you'll have the settings, and you'll have to activate it with the license code. And the nice thing, I think it's only $27 a year. I mean, it's ultimately cheap, and it covers all your websites. So I'm going to give you the link down below on it, but it's just a neat little way to capture some additional leads if you've got some great articles in your blog post. So anyway, when you go into it, you have settings, lead gen, and PDF, and you only set it up one time, and it goes on all your posts or all your pages or both. So you could change the content, but I didn't change anything. I changed the color here. That's the only thing. And then I gave it a bounce every 3 seconds. I'm doing a bottom of the post, and it's left aligned, and I'm checking here all posts. Now, if I want to do all pages, I could do that as well, but I'm primarily just doing all posts. You can even do selected categories. So if you're doing very specific news categories that you're trying to target a certain niche, you could, do a specific niche in there if you wanted to. But then you would save that, and then you go into your lead gen setup. So you would set up your autoresponder, and these are all the active ones that they have right now. Of course, I use GetResponse. So you'll put in your API code and then choose your campaign. And here's the opt-in box. And all this was pre-written. I didn't have to do anything. And I did put in my from email address. And I went down here and just signed it my name here. And then I hit Save Changes. And that's really how easy it is to use this. Then you can come over here to the PDF setup. And if you want to customize your PDF, pick any of these that you want to use, any of these templates. And you can put your logo in there, and you can put the link back to the main site using the logo if they clicked on it. YouTube links are cross-linked back over to YouTube. And so you got the copyright, and then you can even put in your JVZoo link in there. So there's multiple ways to make money on this, and it's with content you already have. And that's the cool thing, is they're just blog posts. But if you got some great blog posts and you want to be able to let people download them and carry the links over to their desktop, this is a great way of doing it. And this is postgopher. I give it a good 2 thumbs up. It's a very inexpensive way to build some leads. So I'll see you on the next tip or the next video.